Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tyranny. Last time we fought our way into Stalwart Stand. And we met the very stubborn Regent, and we're gonna go ahead and deal with him now. He must go.
Yes.
But first, I'm gonna rest. I've got full camping supplies, might as well rest up. Get wounds removed. It's nighttime, so now you get affected by the, your Control Gravelight skill up. Ooh, and immediately into a... This is a trap. Of course it is. Are we gonna fight the Regent here? That'd be kinda awesome. Okay.
Trouble is afoot.
Come on to falling back, please. Jeez, no, go around, God's sake. Okay, I remember why I put this on passive. Simply because you make very poor choices. That'll hit everyone now, can't do that.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Put some armor on you. Move over here.
Yes,
Here.
can't do that.
Move over here. No, we cannot. Okay. Just gonna get a good position for these moves, but apparently no, we cannot.
This weapon is like nipples on men. Useless.
Yeah, so because that crushing spear is not, that crushing spell's not just doing, staff is not doing a lot of damage. So use your spells. Use your spells, girl. Damn. A lot of taunting just happened there. Okay, missile, come on, get some good hits in. Good. That took a while.
On it.
Okay, how are we doing? We have you. Elixir of Might. +1 Might permanently. Eesh, that's just flat +1 Might. Keep that there for the time being. You've got a Merchant's Bracers. Doesn't actually do anything for you, so put that away. Let's go up and around. Hopefully we can find things to do. We can grab that. Get camping supplies. See, I told you it was the right idea to get camping supplies.
Can't do that.
Okay, so what's up here? Bronze Armiger, Skyblade. Skyblades. Okay, so the situation is we're gonna try out this. Oh, trap detected.
What do we have here? Oh, that one.
Can you get people to walk?
Hurt.
There you go.
Will do.
Right, I'm gonna pop you there. I'm gonna pop you there. We're gonna pop that down the middle. You decided to go for your taunting spell. I really don't know why. Lightning, ball lightning can't hit everyone, can it? No, not from this angle, so let's get it round. That'll work, and then electric jolt will do well. Well, culmination it is then. Our target dies, so then straight into charged fist on you. Come on. Oh.
I got it.
Okay. They died. Oh,
Spotted
hello.
something.
What's over there for us? Ooh, hello, a ring blade. +1 bronze ring on kill. Ah, interesting. How does that work for you? It's strictly better than a lot of the stuff. It's a two-handed sword, though. Why is it always two-handed weaponry? Such good weapons and no one to use them. A bit of water for you. A bit of grain for you. A bit of cheese for you. Might as well pop these now. Hang on. So you can have. Let's see what you can have. You can have a bit of resolve. You can have a bit of quickness. A bit of finesse.
Hey, this looks fun.
You can have a bit of vitality, and you can have a bit of resolve as well, which is water.
Will do.
Right, lose all that nonsense. What do you get? What do you have here? A potion, rag, stalwart bronze sword, skyblade javelin. And he still left it out here. Good. Right, got all that? Good. Let's prepare the front lines. Prepare our front line. Okay, good. Can we cast a spell immediately into that midst? Just cast it. There you go.
You got it.
Right, okay, there we go. And then we can cast straight into Firestorm there, and then you can cast your Arcane Missiles there. You can cast that there. You can cast your Frosty Frostington over there. Twisted Flame there. The Path of Frost. There. Then Ball Lightning there as well. You can get hit. You can hit them with a Fulmination.
Useless.
Come on. You can go for that move there. Ooh. I think that was some stuff that happened there. Good. Good hits there.
Nope. Sorry. Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. You learn something every day.
I leveled up. Okay, and throwing fire, and then you're gonna go for
This
a
weapon is useless.
Phantom Bolt.
That one rattled me hard.
And I'm gonna wreck him. Come on.
Bleed out.
Okay, another level up for us, so we're gonna get more points into accuracy. Right, we get 8 points here. Come on. Refuse pain, mark enemy, boost morale, swap positions, victory and defeat. Undying. Undying definitely gets changed down. It's a 10-minute cooldown. Hopefully that gets halved down to 5. Victory and defeat? Sure. Why not? Two arms. No, we're good. And victory and defeat. Our next skill will be Undying. Which is fine. Okay, skills wise, we're all good here.
Can't do that. Sorry, I can't.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, the disfavored have finally broken the way through. Make for the keep, the regent is in retreat. To me, fall back, but defend the keep at all costs. Okay, so that's... We've opened it up a little bit here.
Spotted some. Die!
Will do.
Might as well, come on. Hit you, because you can hit everybody with that one. Really? That's not ideal.
Prevails.
Just kite you around.
Anyone else want some of this? Tear your scalp.
You need to drop some lightning bolts down here.
Will do.
Stand over here, and I'm going to stand over there. We're going to drop a Path of Frost. Try, at least.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Try for the roll lightning. That should be able to hit everybody. Can you taunt these, please?
Out, you little shit.
Right.
Come and face my iron.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Good hits there, and then Twisting Flame immediately on top of you. Have you taunted this guy yet? Because you're kind of not taunted, which is important. You need to be taunting. That there. Make sure we can hit everybody with all these jolts.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Good, and then what else can you hit with? You can hit with Fulmination, can get quite a couple of them. Hit 3 of them, okay, do that. Hit Fulmination out. And just make sure you can hit all of them. There you go. Much better.
This weapon is like nipples on men. Useless.
Cool, and you can hit this guy with thing. Can you cast taunt on these people, please? Good, and then you can go for one of these. Large amounts of AoE is what we want. That's what we're here for. Large, overwhelming amounts of AoE.
Will do. Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. Not a problem.
Good, and then we can go hit you with one of these.
Shit.
You can go for a Terratus grab.
Whatever you need.
Fulmination.
Too easy.
Come on. Oop. Someone just died. Because due to the disengagement attack. Those disengagement attacks are really brutal.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
And come on. This will kill him if nothing else does. There you go. Dealt 92 damage. Obliterated. Good. A couple of corpses. Used Armorer's Kit. I believe that's just drop-offs, drop-off. That's a potion of old walls.
On it.
Okay. A Plunge for Crashing Thunder. Two-handed hammer. Of course it's a two-handed hammer. And come on.
Nothing to see here. Just
Ow,
hold
wounded as well.
my guts.
And you were wounded. That's inconvenient, to say the least. Okay. So you can go over there. Over there for all of you. That wound on Ebb is a bit inconvenient. Can you get up there? How do you get up there? Oh, over here. Okay. I see. Climb up here. Make our way to the edge.
On it. Will do.
A bit more of this full
Sorry,
heal potion.
I can't.
And then down to here again. Okay.
Sorry, I can't.
Okay. Let's keep going then. Let us keep going.
Might we not simply break it?
Hello, there's another one. Okay, so let's grab you. That goes into there. You can go to there. Quick rest. Might as well. Grab that. Good. Right, okay, so you go that, and you go that. Slowly but surely just waking up, making our way up. Okay, what do we have here? Bronze armature. Okay, let's get these two up and running to the front. That is your job after all.
I'm not here to make friends.
Okay, now let's get some nice AoEs dropping on their heads.
As you wish.
How do you use the bloody... Fine. Fireballs as well. And we're gonna go for a ball lightning. Path of ice path. Path of frost as well.
Damn thing could pierce cloth.
Followed by you. Followed by twisting flame. Followed by arcane missile. Followed by fulmination. A lot of AoEs, a lot of death and damage and destruction happening here.
I'll take care of it.
Electric jolt on you. Some big hits in. Come on. You can cast, actually, you can cast
Whatever
Restoring
you
Touch. Good. Cast, that.
Damn
You can cast Fulmination again.
thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Rhyme Spike on you.
I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass.
Come on. 85% chance. Go hit him. Go hit him in melee. You got the chance to hit him in melee. Hit him in melee. Get those twin sword skills up. Okay, so that's done. There you go.
Bleed out, you little shit.
Okay, that's the door to the front. That's the front door. What else do we have here? We have broken helmet and a stalwart great axe.
Right.
We're gonna make a lot of money just selling stuff. Another bottle of water.
Oh, my hairpin. Oh, sure, the lock's open, but at what cost?
You just got a new pin. A lucky jewel of fortune. And the amethyst. Okay.
I got it.
We got everything we needed to get out here. Let's go inside and deal with that regent.
Sorry, I can't.
Let's end the Edict of Storms. Hopefully not too long. It doesn't look like it'll be too long. Look, this looks like it'll be the end of the fight. Thankfully, let's go quick save. Anything here? Numbing agent. Scavenger. Can we quick save with F5? Apparently not. Menu, save, save. Let's get on with this then. I think the regent's fighting these guys. Can we sneak around the backside as well? I've been waiting a long time to finish what we started, Regent. You've sat with your cowardice and shame long enough, haven't you? If you beg me for death, I'll make it painless. And hear the disfavored go on about honor and glory of war. They're just principled butchers like the rest of us. I don't deny that we take satisfaction from our work, but it's never be anything beyond that. Work. If you want to see me on my knees, you'll have to prop up my corpse for the delight of your inbred cohorts. But don't speak to me of cowardice and bravery. The disfavored needed Kyros' arcana to prevail in the end. I'm sure that an army of lice-bitten rats could have succeeded with those odds on their side. You took a legion hostage, and didn't even have the nerve to meet us in the field of battle, coward. I will earn Ash's favour when I bring him your head, and no one in Stalwart will weep for your demise. So, the Fatebinder joins the fray. You must not like your odds if you brought so much back up. As much as I loathe seeing you here, Fatebinder, I am content to deal with two problems at once. Sentinel Stand will be one for the disfavored, not a despicable traitor. Who are you again? You should have done the right thing and ended the edict yourself, Stratus. This is on you. I will not stand here and countenance another moment of your judgment. I have acted for the interests of Stalwart, and if I die today, I die a patriot. The only patriots here are those of us who showed up to ram the disfavored standard up your creaky stern. Come, let us end the edict together, old man. Oh, I guess we're not doing that fight. Okay.
Trouble is afoot.
Really? Why are you fighting? Really? Me?
You're not go-
Fine. Have it your way. Have it your way. I want you to fight me. Okay, let's get some good attacks out. Thunderstorm. Energy shield on Barrack. Energy shield on Barrack. Vital body on Barrack.
Not a problem.
Rhyme spike on these guys. You get to use... take staggering bird. Ow, that hurt everybody. Okay, that hurt you a lot, so you're gonna take one of your potions, I think. Okay, now what you can do Arrow Storm. Yeah, use Arrow Storm. You're gonna use Storm Wheel. You're gonna cast that. A lot of damage there, a lot of damage done out there, passed out there. Always very nice to see. A big, on you. You probably could you have so many spells to use. Steadfast Stand. Arcane Unraveling. You can just do that here. Can you do that here?
Sorry, I can't.
All Bane. There are no Bane around. It's literally Bane only. Fair enough. Kind of expected that to be a thing, but sure. Who's you? It's you? Yeah, you can fire your bow there. We're gonna fire off Steadfast Stand. You're gonna cast Terratus Slam on this guy.
You got it. My blood spills.
What are you doing? Why does this not work? I really don't know why this doesn't work. No. You use that. Turn off that AoE. And for the love of God, use that move. Use it. Why does this not work? It only works if you got that thing on, for God's sake. Alright, and what else are we going to do? We're going to use a Death from Above. No, we're not going to use Death from Above. Just get in there. Get in there, attack.
You got it.
Oh no, get in there with your actual weapons, please.
You got it.
Right, you're going to go ahead and cast Rhyme Fireball there. Are you, though? No, you're going to cast Terratus' Embrace.
On my command.
When you've got the time, we're going to need the healing and stuff and everything, so... We're both! And everyone's going to go up, and we're going to have healing and damage dealt. Surrender. Okay, he's down. You get one more? We're dropping down. You get one more. Nice. Another death happening there. We're dropping down now. Right. Come on. Come on, Barrack.
Let's be off. Let's have it then. I will aid you.
Come on, Barrack. Hang on, can you move over here and cast it there. It'll hurt both of them. And it's the Dauntless, it's their sword. They can die by it. It's literally their sword, they can die by it. And I'm assuming okay, so we have so many. Dauntless is now maxed out. Steadfast is on 2. Magebane's maxed out. Binding of Shadows is... Wow. That went up really quickly. Which is why the time for that is so long. Gravebow is almost at 5. Wow, we're really... The renown is just burning up through these things. The Regent lies on the ground, bloodied and defeated. He extends his good arm and drops his weapon. If only I had the breath to spend defying you, but I fear the fight has left me. So this will be the end of my reign. Come then, I would meet these last moments with dignity. One of Stratus' soldiers moves between you and Herodin, tearing off her helmet. I won't let you do this! Media, alive? Would you come to the Regis' defense? What is the meaning of this? Explain yourself, girl. Some of us could use an explanation. And some of us could just striff drink, but you don't see me breaking into your home and slaughtering my way to your decanter, do you? Provisions without end in the cellar, but nothing to distill. Why do I get the impression that more than just the tears have rubbed off on this one? I'm not the Northern Warlord that one was. Sitting out the conflict made me see this conquest from a different perspective. She looks to you with the plea in her eyes. You were wrong. Kyros led us from the right path centuries ago. We marched south to finish the Overlord's work, but... Don't you see that the tears are the last chance for us to make this right? Amelia, you don't have to say anything further. You were a prisoner. What happened? This is no time for a story, not while we have the blades pointed at each other. If any of us survives this, which I suspect isn't likely, I'll tell you everything, but right now, you need to stand down and back away from the Regent. The Regent is beaten, the keep is ours. Will you cooperate? Never. I know what atrocities you and the rest of Tunon's ilk are capable of visiting upon us. I know what my father does to traitors and deserters. My father... I love my father. But it's nothing compared to the love I've felt for the father of... Amelia, please be silent. It's over. You understand? Oh, because it's his bloodline. He's got kids. I am the last of the Regents. If you mean to end the Edict of Storms, then I accept my fate. I'm sorry, Regent. This has to happen. Nothing has to happen. This is a lesson Kyros should learn, but I doubt ever will. Once you have a few seasons behind you, I think you'll understand that better. Before you can take action, you catch Amelia begin to raise her weapon from the corner of her eye. Amelia, stop. You have to promise, remember? He's got kids. Oh, everyone hates me now. Stratus kneels before you, Neck. Do it. Please show mercy, not for me, but... Major wrath for everyone. Why? I don't understand that. Let's say nothing. Stratus' body falls to the ground as you watch the blood pool into the floor in silence. There's a feeling of anticipation in the air, but as the second passes, it never materializes into anything. The surge of arcane energy and sense of relief you experience in Ascension Hall is missing. You hear the howl of the storm outside and realize that the edict endures. What? Kyros' storms are only supposed to rage while the blood of Regents lives on. Did we miss something? He's got kids. I am not about to kill children. He has a faithful promise, masterwork offhand shield. It's a very good shield. What is it? It's a very good shield. I'm not about to kill children. Amelia blocking the doorway. Amelia regards you with her eyes that brim with tears, yet blaze with hints of her father's grim resolve. She has armored herself in disfavored raiment to face you down. Stay away from my daughter. You will not have her. Oh no. Oh, by the Archon's mercy, do not let this be so. Did you know this would prolong the edict? We suspected the bloodline would implicate my baby in Kyros' eyes, but I knew nothing for certain until this moment. Don't ask me to interpret the Overlord's heartless design. I have no love for the Edict, if that's what you're asking. It has torn a noble realm to pieces, fractured the pillar of their culture, and ruined countless lives. But I have a responsibility to the people of Stalwart to preserve their heritage and leadership. My father and the other Archons destroyed this nation. We can't help put it together. Your daughter is the Regent's heir. Now you've killed Stradivarius' heritage, and she is. She has nothing to do with Kyros or the Edict. You've no right to judge her on the basis of her blood. How is this possible? I'm assuming the natural way. Do you need me to draw it out for you? Because there are a few ways it can happen, and people get confused about these things first. My union with Stradivarius the Younger. He showed me kindness behind these walls and taught me about Stalwart and the Tears, the culture and heritage that made these people the pride of the realm. He died in the 3rd year of the conquest, and his favoured spear pinned him to the ground he fought to defend, and he never rose again. The Regent remained in sentinel stand for her protection. The edict was his responsibility to shoulder, not hers. My daughter will not be the victim of Kyros' conquest. She has the blood of the North coursing through her veins, and no one has the right to take her life. Calm yourself, Amelia. There must be another way. What could we possibly do but the Edict of Storms? The Regent blood flows through my daughter's veins. Abdicate your line. As Regent Mother, you have the authority. You must merely say the words. Hope reflects in the expression for the first time. Is it truly as simple as that? A clerical formality to spare an innocent life? If this works, I'll owe you more than I can possibly repay. Here, the edict damaged this trinket, but you might still find it useful. I, Amelia, formally abdicate my daughter's claim to the Regency of Stalwart, dissolving all ties, compacts, vassals, and holdings. We forfeit all protections and advantages given by the ancient bloodline. Was that enough? I think we're about to find out. Be warned, if this doesn't help you, nothing can. To be fair, I just got an achievement that said lawyered, so I think it's working. You feel a familiar sensation, the air growing hot and electric, before suddenly erupting overwhelming waves of energy. We must go to the middle of the room for this. There's no other way. At first you think the force of arcane power dissipating is enough to carve the skin from your bones, a sensation you attribute to the Edict of Storms, but it cools just as quickly. And Krakow! The winds buffeting the keep have abated. Outside an eerie silence pervades the air, a stillness that hasn't visited Stalwart in a long time. You can hear the very symbols that brought the Edict of Storms into being, each syllable proclaiming itself from a newfound corner of your mind. It would seem the Edict is now part of you. You gain major favour within broken and disfavoured. Thank goodness it worked. You spared my daughter, and here I had come to expect nothing but cruelty from the servants of Kyros. Now we have a chance at whatever might have never been, a life outside these walls. I was here when these storms began. It fills me with pride to feel them end. His chest swells and some of the ingrained rust and grit flake away from his pauldrons, their absence leaving marks that remind you of epaulets. I've always taken pride in breaking things. Skulls, shields, helms, the occasional heart. But you just broke the Edict of Storms. I'd say you're way ahead of me by a few points. Never I'd thought to live to see so much of Kyros' work undone. Casting off the shackles of the storm, it feels right. How are we doing, by the way? Chorus hates us now. Disfavored. Got a bit of favor there. Unbroken. Kind of hate us and like us at the same time. Sage's Guild. Like us. Bronze Brotherhood. Hate us and like us. Vengeance Guard. Hate us. Forgebound. Hate us and like us. Lethian's Crossing. They're both. Lantry loves us. Barrack loves us. Verse loves us. Ebb loves us. Kills in Shadow, Siren, Dauntless full. Steadfast 2. Mage Vein full. Binding Shadows almost full. Gravebow full. Tempest full. Commander's Plate almost full. Or 4, just shy of 5. Tunon likes us. Graven Ash really hates us. Voices in a Rat likes us, but also kind of hates us. Bled Mark just likes us. Okay, but Regent has always ruled his throne for 500 years. Yep.
Sorry, I can't.
Can I get in there now? What can I do for you? Tell me of the final days of the Stalwart campaign. They took my unit in a night ambush, killed our lookout and overwhelmed the rest of us before we could stage an organized counterattack. When they took me prisoner, I was the picture of disobedience the entire time, and paid back much of the northern blood they had spilled. They locked me up behind the walls of Sentinel Stand in isolation. I gave them no lack of trouble, so they left me to my cell. Stratus the Younger, the regent's son, he visited almost every day to check in and make sure my every need was seen to. In the Legion, the ex-teachers expect what to expect of the South. Barbarians, savages, rapists. I hadn't expected to find civility. You were lucky. Some of us actually come from the tiers and have been around long enough to know better. I continued to debate and banter with Stratus the Younger. He hated the North, and I the South, but beyond our prejudices we discovered more in common than we suspected. Much more. I later learned that he suffered wounds at disfavored hands and died in the field. My Stratus. That was when I knew that the Archon of War had come for me at last. Shortly after, I heard an ironclad force assemble outside the fortress. Had I a voice in the Legion, I would have told them to pull back. I was being treated with dignity, and we had respected that Kyros' edict. We had suspected that Kyros' edict would come in short order. Not that any of my father's simpletons would have listened. You were in danger, and we came to your aid. How many hundreds of Northerners did we lose to the storm, only to hear this? The Regent comforted me in my isolation. We had both lost the man we loved, and in no time at all I realized that I was carrying his grandchild. You know the rest. Farewell. Can you go in? Yeah, we can go in. The crib has been meticulously cleaned, while other objects in the hall have traces of dust and metallic powder on them. None of it is found here. A couple of gems. Okay. Cool. Goody goody gumdrops. Well, that's that cleared out. We've cleared out the... If you click is it here, not world map. Where was it? Is it here? Yeah, that's... No edict is active in this region. We have cleared out the Edict of Storms. It is no longer a thing. Interesting. How much power have we got now? 1,160.
Yes.
How are we doing on forging? Almost done. That's almost ready, okay. Oh, hello. Let's do that. There we go, it's better. Right, okay, and artifact. Yes, we know. Forge. Okay, so we got the rust harm as entropic. +1 armor penetrated by attacks when inflicting crits. Interesting. How that work for you? You've got the ethereal graze deflection, and you got +1 to quickness. Right. You can go. That's 20. Okay, so what's the difference here? If I do that, this is strictly better. So fine. We definitely need to start moving these up to masterwork status. I think definitely need to start moving these up to masterwork status. Okay, we need to. Can you swap over as well? Thank you.
Sorry, I can't.
Right, let's leave the area. Trial of the Archons. During the conquest, Ash sent his soldiers to march on Sentinel Stand even though the edict was imminent. Ash's daughter colluded with the Unbroken Regions, producing an heir. Which is no longer relevant because we have dissolved the line. And we have in fact lawyered an edict out of existence. It's just amusing. Okay. Are you getting out of here? Oop, that's a car horn. Let's get out of here, come on. Let us leave this place. Head back to the forges and so forth and see what's up. Sell everything we have. I don't think there's anyone here to actually... We haven't actually met all the new people here, are there? There's a lot more people here to talk to. Okay, so, let's see. Nicostus. The Forge-bound levitates a small glowing orb of flame. I think you're the training for fire, lightning, frost, vigor. Okay, so we could spend some points, but I don't want to spend points necessarily. Trainer for that. Skills and shadows, fine. Ragus. You're a salesman, so we can sell a lot of stuff. I'm gonna sell a lot of this stuff here. Lantry's quill can stay behind, but everything else can go. Everything, right? Unbroken armor. Okay, how are we doing? Here, all that can go as well. Okay, good. So all that's gone. Crescent runner, no, you buy camping supplies, we don't need that. We just need to sell everything. Sage's robes. Blood oath. We're good. Okay. Who else is around? Santos, master of brazing. Yep. Didn't get that. What do you have for me? A bit of everything.
Can't do that.
I'm assuming he has the same one, correct? Hello. Oh. Esteemed Fatebinder Sanan Tenys, with so many hours spent in the forge, we artisans are a bit prone to gossip. Questions. Where does Kyros' power truly stem? Is it from the magic of the edicts? Is it from archons, or perhaps loyal subjects and their toil? I'd argue the commoners of the world are the source of Kyros' power. It's their collective submission that legitimizes Kyros' rule. Yes, one's power is often measured by how great we perceive the power. Praxis nods. Good. Cool. Yeah, all that's grouped together. Greetings, Fatebinder. I may not be a mystic of mighty warrior, but what to possess? You've traveled the worlds. Also different from the other tiers. What you have for sale? Ravager, anything interesting? Nope. For someone who's like exquisite weapons, I think was your design and function. Not selling a lot of good stuff. For someone who like I got around for basically having. Okay, can you start leveling up some more stuff? Like that's going to cost 6 hours and 10 iron to upgrade that to masterwork. I don't need to do that. I'm looking to upgrade these other things. Can you upgrade that? Because that's kind of... Anything changing there? Is it just a damage up? It's just a damage up, unfortunately. That's rough. It's just the damage up. The problem with that is the recovery is so much better on the Bane Touch staff. The recovery is going to go down as well. It's also so it's 2. I'm going to keep working on this. I'm gonna slowly work my way through barracks sets of armor. The barrack now has an armor of 15 and some really strong pierce resistance. You still want to chat?
Lord Binder, you have. What can I do for you?
Nope. Okay.
On it.
What about you? Do you forge what you wanted to forge, or are you still forging? You're still forging, okay. Let's move over back to the Sunset Spire then, just to say hello. We'll go for a rest as well, eventually. Then we'll head over to the Burning Library. What about you, buddy? What do you got for me? Skycap research. Okay, not enough scrolls to research, but I think we've researched. They're just researching minor stuff now, so we can kind of stop that for the time being. Have a quick rest. Did we sell everything we need to sell? I think we sold everything we needed to sell, right? Yeah, if you have that many rings, we sold everything we needed to sell. Let's quickly just rest up then. Okay, and anything from us? Because if you need anything, we can just buy it back. But I doubt we'll need anything from here. Although, that stuff we kind of want to grab. Sure. Keep buying that up. Anything for me? A lot of camping supplies. So many camping supplies. That's 11 camping supplies. That's a lot of camping supplies. See the word camping supplies again. Camping supplies. Okay, so... double check. Just double check that all we've got left to do now is head over to the Burning Library. There's no... unless we get a way to get... I'm assuming that this is the tier that belongs to Stone Sea. And perhaps this one leads to that one? Oh, I guess there are technically two in the Stone Sea. We did ask about those. Just yeah, let's see if Tunin wants to say anything to us. It's been a while. Let's see if Tunin wants to say anything to us. We haven't seen the boss in a while. Heart's Blood is completed as well. That was also one of the reasons I wanted to travel a lot, is just to have that go up. Chucklebones, allow me to explain yourself, Your Honor. Anything going on here? The circumstances were... well, it was a madness, Your Honor. No one could be expected to act in a rational way. No? Perhaps I expect too much of my servants. Is that it? No, Your Honor, but if you hear my testimony, I think you'll understand. I see a better alternative has presented itself. Fatebinder, will you audience this case in my stead? I am curious what manner of conclusions you draw. I am ready to hear the case. Excellent. The testimony will begin. I am afraid it is a sensitive matter. I was far away from the city, seen to a military camp, when I was discovered 2 Scarlet Chorus soldiers defiling a woman. A local from the Tiers. Yes, and I understand that it's a common enough occurrence in that army, but I couldn't stand for it. I was brought up to know better. I was taught to be better. What happened next? I fought the recruits, they fought back, but in my end my skills wore out. After they were both dead, I let the poor woman go. Their gang boss witnessed everything, though he didn't intervene until it was all done. I was trussed up and brought back to court in a wagon where you find me now. And what fine company you made on the journey over. The defendant is charged with murder of subjects who are owed the protection of Kyros. Fatebinder, I assume you wish to cross-examine? Why isn't the victim of assault a matter of concern? She was a denizen of the Tiers. She has no rights under Kyros' law. This is a simple murder trial, and the defendant stands before you. I would caution against burdening yourself with extraneous variables. The gang boss didn't intervene at all. If my recruits couldn't defend themselves against a glorified clerk, then their lives were forfeit as far as I was concerned. Good riddance. I'm still happy to get satisfaction out of the matter. The law is the law. All he did was joke about how the court would be merciless, laughed all the way to the bastard city. Didn't seem particularly bent out of shape over his lost men. That sounds about right. Did you speak with the Tiers woman? Only briefly. She thanked me before fleeing. I didn't want to keep her. She'd suffered enough at those hands of those soldiers. You don't think she said anything about wishing to join the army? The army, not that I... And she definitely wasn't in the area for that very purpose. Her eyes widen, as she realizes your intent. The Fatebinder knows. Yes, that's right. She only mentioned it in passing, but she told me that she was attempting to make contact with the Scarlet Chorus. You know, to join them. That was when the soldiers attacked. I hope this is a point, Fatebinder. Do you regret your actions? No. If our positions were reversed, I would have wanted someone to step in on my behalf. Kyros' law be damned. Uh-oh. I suppose I should keep my distance from the Scarlet Chorus in the future. I might not be able to restrain myself if I saw it happening again. I am ready to give my ruling. Very good. Present the verdict, and let us be done with this unpleasant affair. If the woman intended to join the Scarlet Chorus, she was protected under Kyros' law. Your actions were just. That's very minor, Wrath, because it's technically not true. I have totally just guided the ways, but he doesn't. He totally loves us. Fights get out of hand all the time. I'm not going to lie intently. Oh god, this is a tough one. Especially because I'm not here as an advocate on anyone's side, but I'm immediately biased towards the Fatebinder. Like, I think clear-cut interpretation of Kyros' law would ask for number 2. Number 1 involves minor perjury, which Tunon is very well aware of. Tunon is very well aware that this minor perjury just happened. I'm gonna go for number 3. Fights get out of hand all the time. The Fatebinder's intent was pure. She's innocent. I'm certain that the servants of Kyros would interpret the matter differently, were they allowed to speak in their defense. Since yours is the only ruling voice, the court bows to your judgment. I mean, I missed a lot of these trials, they're kind of fun. Any of these Fatebinders have anything to say? Nope. Does Tunon have anything to say? Let's split up and go visit Tunon. See if the boss has any words for me. Hey boss. Can I talk to him? You return. It is gratifying to see that the war has not caused you to forget your roots. What is it you wish to know? I wish to speak about matters of law. Then you are well situated, for my court is the legal heart of this corrupt and uncivilized realm. What matters draw your curiosity? You are already well versed in Kyros' laws, but I'm happy to discuss the particulars. Oh wow, I could have totally done this. Am I beholden to these laws? Do I have to obey the law? I wish to discuss Kyros' peace. The cornerstone of our wartime efforts, of course. Kyros' peace guarantees all willing supplicants under Overlord's authority a place in her world. The exact wording of the bylaw is your life is... I wonder if Kyros, the name Kyros, is agender, because Kyros is always the gender of the protagonist. Yes, okay, maybe it is. Kyros could go either way. And I wonder if Kyros' name is a gender specific because Kyros is always the same gender that you are. Good question. Remembering how the Kyros Overlord's name may be used. It is not forbidden to cross one's tongue with Kyros' name, but it behooves one to use caution and respect. The Overlord's name is not yours to give, whether to progeny, product, location, or abstraction. Slander of the Overlord is punishable by death. There's only one Kyros, and her name is safeguarded. No one may say Kyros and have it be obfuscated by a second meaning. Neither will her name be associated to trivialities. A gambler will not attribute his fortune to Kyros' luck, or his misfortune to Kyros' scorn. Such an association lowers the Overlord in the public estimate and is rightly considered slander most foul. What about Magician's Folly? Practitioners of the arcane arts must be sanctioned by one of Kyros' guilds, such as the Blood Chanters or the Forgebound. Rogue magicians with a tenuous grasp of unknown powers will not be tolerated. Eb was like, So long as your Tidecaster remains your deputy, she'll have protection of the court, but not a moment longer. I must allow you to have the most fearsome agents at your side to dispense justice, but you remain culpable for her actions. Huh. So if I start fondling that tall slab of handsome over there, you're the one guilty of molesting him? I can live with this. She points to Nunaval, who shuffles nervously at Eb's glance. Just glare silently. I don't want to make Eb any more unhappy than she already is, and I don't want to make Tunon any unhappy either, so we'll just glare silently. A sanctioned mage whose spellcasting causes damage to life or property is lawfully deemed innocent. As long as they practice their art in the service of Kyros, all is forgiven. Let's speak of quotas and sharing. The harvest blooms and blights by the will of Kyros. In times of lean you will be fed, in times of wealth you will feed others. This law is a sizable category unto itself, serving many needs at once, trade and tax being only two examples. The broadest intent of the law is to empower Kyros' subjects to care for their neighbour and expect care in return. You might take note of the law's application to trade. A merchant's right to peddle their wares is defined by permits granted annually. The regional authority has the right to decide if a merchant sells cabbage one year and sandals the next. Anyone breaking through their restrictions is subject to immediate forfeiture of all assets. You need not concern yourself with the nuances, at least until they apply to this contested realm in time of peace. I'm curious about the restriction of forbidden knowledge. Kyros herself sets the standard of what can and cannot be known. These restrictions are rarely enforced, but they're worth taking into account. During the war, for example, Kyros deemed the knowledge of the Vellum Citadel taboo. No one may possess the wisdom of that fallen repository, save Kyros herself. This is for the protection of her subjects. Before coming of Kyros, during the age of anarchy and discord, powerful knowledge and undeserving hands leveled empires without thought of mercy. Kyros has no desire to revisit those dark times. Am I beholden to these laws? That should not be in question. We are all subject to Kyros. Her laws define and regulate our very way of life. With that said, as an agent of law, you are granted more leeway than a soldier or citizen. You may find yourself compelled to commit morally questionable acts in the name of Kyros. If it deserves the court's justice, much may be forgiven. So the rules don't apply to you as long as you're enforcing them or someone else? I want your job. If the court finds any of your actions suspect, we will summon you to answer for yourself. Your testimony will be heard and judgment rendered. Back to my previous questions. I'm curious about you, Archon. Curiosity is not a trait I encourage in my servants. Too often has I witnessed such activity leading down a path to lawlessness. However, if you feel that a better understanding of me will inform your work, then I will allow it. What would you know? What's the deal with your mask? It's like... nothing further, Your Honor. Then you are dismissed, Fatebinder. Alright, I'm going to call it there. It's a bit of a short video today, but I've recorded several videos because I'm kind of stockpiling them up now. Oh, Bledden's over here as well. So let's talk to Bledden. Can we even talk to Bledden here? Yeah, he doesn't like talking to us in where other people are around. What about you? Are you still a thing? Yeah, you're still a thing. Alright, cool. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time, folks. See you then. Bye.